to our YouTube channel.
We're back with another lit video.
I know that we've not been posting because of distance, but we are back with some more lit videos, guys. So I hope you're gonna enjoy this video. So today we are gonna be talking about the difficulties of being a PK, or the things that we experienced
Experienced or experience.
Yes, through our journey as PKs, right? So we're gonna get into the video, but before we get into the video, please like the video,
Please subscribe,
please share the video, please tell your family and your extended family and everyone. Please guys, share the video and like the video. So we're gonna get into the video. So the one thing that I can say it's like the biggest of them all about being a PK is that people expect us to be perfect. I mean, they expect us to be just with no mistakes, which is not right.
we are all humans. There's no one who's perfect. We all make mistakes. We all sin. So
because I feel like people have this mentality that we are supposed to be the perfect example. Yes, we're supposed to be examples, but we're also humans. We also have friends. We also have things that influence our decisions. And I know that, I don't know, people just think that we're supposed to be angels, but it's hard because we're living on this earth with a lot of influences, so we cannot be perfect. We also make mistakes as PKs.
yeah, and this also leads, like, people thinking that we always have to be perfect. It leads to us being pressurized. I feel like we become pressurized because we then become scared of making mistakes, because we think that people always want us to, or expect us to be more perfect and not make mistakes, which makes us scared to make mistakes. So,
yeah, because I feel like, okay, we're still young, we're still teenagers, we are gonna make mistakes, and I feel we grow from mistakes. We cannot live just the perfect life. Then if you don't make mistakes, we don't learn from anything. So if you make mistakes, it gives room for growth, it gives room for learning. So we are not perfect. We are PKs, but we are not perfect. We are just like any other human being. We are just,
and being a PK, or being like, as my father being a pastor, it doesn't make us pastors also. It doesn't make us, it doesn't make us pastors. Like,
I feel like being a pastor is a calling.
it's a calling.
So my dad being a pastor doesn't mean that he's gonna pass on the church to us. If I don't have a calling, I shouldn't force things. Like, it's not mine, because we are all called for different things on this earth. So my dad being a pastor doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to be a pastor. Yes, I might be able to preach because of I read the word, but that doesn't necessarily make me a pastor. That doesn't mean that when I grow up and when I have my own church, I now need to be pressured into opening a church because people think I should be a pastor because my dad is a pastor. So it's not always like that.
Yeah, and I also feel like people think that, like, being a pastor, it's just something that you like, you know what, I just want to be a pastor.
Yeah,
It's not. It's actually a calling. You have to, like, be called by God. It's a calling. It's a purpose that you are called to do. So
yeah. So because I feel like a lot of people have the wrong mentality about us PKs. Because when I tell people I'm a pastor's kid, they'll be like, oh, okay, so you guys pray every day, every second. You guys are always looking at those channels of pastors. No, we watch Uzalu, we watch Generations, we watch The Queen, we watch Idols,
Gomorrah, everything, guys.
I mean, we even listen to different type of music. I enjoy all kind of genres. I love music, so I don't really think that because I'm a PK I need to listen to gospel. No, I mean, I can listen to other things. We are on earth, we are not angels. We are learning, we are still living. So okay, so again, being a PK, people think that we're always supposed to just do things, like everything that happens in the church, we need to participate.
Yeah.
And that's not always the case. I mean, if there's the worshiping team, I need to be there. There's ushering, I need to be there. There is video taking, I need to be there. Like, people have this mentality that if you're a PK, you just have to go everywhere. And I feel like when we're in church, we all have things that we are good at, and things that we are called for. So if I'm in church, I need to know that I'm good at something specifically. I can't just be everywhere and not giving other people a chance, because I'm not there to show off my skills or what I'm capable of. I mean, I personally feel as a PK, you're just like anybody else who's serving in the church. I'm not special. I don't need to be seen on every video of the church. I don't need to go in front. I don't need to lead all the songs in the worshiping team. This is the key thing. I don't need to be in the worshiping team because I'm a PK.
And you know, a lot of people think that if you're a PK, you specifically have to be in the worshiping team.
Because not all of us can sing. Exactly. I know I'm not a good singer. But yes, I was in the worshiping team just because of certain circumstances. So I personally feel, do I love singing? Yes, something that I learned to love. But I also feel like there's more into me than just being in the worshiping team. I feel like I need to go to something else that I enjoy more besides singing. So I don't think that people should always be like, okay, I'm a PK, now I'm in the worshiping team. Like, it's not for all of us. It's also a calling. Singing is a calling. So we should also know where our callings are. It's not that you're a PK, you're supposed to do everything now in the church.
And I mean, like, we don't always have the capacity to serve. Because I mean, like, the other PKs who, guys, like, they don't want to be in the worship team simply because of they don't, like, it's not something that they want to do. There's some PKs that like go to church and you think that they're just sitting, they're not doing anything. It's not because they don't love church or anything. It's just because it's not what they want, it's not what they love. I mean, like, it's a decision that people have to make.
Yeah, again, you can't force your child to be in front singing. If your child can't sing, then there's just nothing you can do about it. I also feel like us as PKs, we also need to chill in churches. It doesn't mean that when I'm a PK, I need to be seen by everybody. Everybody has to know that I'm a PK. We are all, because I feel like when I'm in church, my parents are not my parents, they're everybody's parents. Exactly. So we all share equal love in the church. So when I see my parents at church, it's not like, oh, my dad is in front, yeah, I'm a PK. Like, it's nothing like that. It's more of like, okay, fine, I'm a child, just like anybody else who's in the church. So I feel like the relationship of my dad at church and my dad at home is different. Yeah, it's different, because people might say when we're at home, my dad is all about come with the Bible, It's not like that. When I'm at home, my dad is my dad. He is my best friend. He dances with us. He makes it's fun. So it's like any other daughter and father relationship. With my mom too, it's the same thing. When she's at church, she's the mother of the church, so she has like daughters and sons, and for me that is like a blessing, because I get to have other brothers and sisters. So it's actually something great. I don't think, or I'm more like I'm up there. It's not like that. It's like a blessing because I have family in church. So yeah, the thing of our parents, pastors, when they're at home, they're always on their Bibles, it's not that. It is not that. We're not always praying. I mean, like, if they want to pray, they can be like, okay, we're going to pray. They go to their rooms and pray. They don't always force us, or you're gonna pray. They don't force us to pray. Guys, one thing, they do not force us to pray. You cannot force a person to pray. Exactly. If you feel like the spirit is in you, now you have to go and pray. Go pray alone. You don't force anybody else to pray, because I feel like if you force me to pray, it's not me. It's more of like I'm just praying because I have to pray. It's not something that I want to do. So I feel like our parents are doing a great thing, because they give us a choice if I want to pray, I go to my room, I close the door, I pray. If they want to pray, they do the same. They don't come, it's time to pray. No. Unless if we decide as a family that, okay, fine, we're going to have a prayer session today, then that, yes. But we're not always on our Bibles, we're not always... It's just like a normal family.
Just the same as like fasting prayer. If they say there is a fasting prayer at church, I don't fast because I feel like I'm not ready. Yes. Like, you know, it's like you have a time where you be like, okay, now I'm ready to fast, I'm ready. But I pray with them. But like I feel like I'm not ready to like fast.
Again, it goes to having a choice. It's all about choices we make. I cannot force Mkundi to fast. I mean, she'll be on a hunger strike and not fasting. Yeah, so I feel like it's all about choices. They don't force us. My dad is on his fasting. He's on his fasting alone. If we want to buy pizza, we are gonna buy pizza.
And we're gonna
eat in front of him. Yes. And he does not force us to do anything that we don't want to do. So I feel like being a PK is a blessing. I wouldn't change it for a world, but expectations, people's expectations are just
too much.
They're too much because they expect us to not make mistakes. They expect us to have a degree and pass and go to university and get married. So it's a good thing that they expect that from us, but it's also pressure for us. So we are here living, trying to not disappoint. So that's our life. We try not to disappoint our parents, our church mates. So yeah, being a PK is it's normal, guys. It's not special. Like I don't feel special or any. I just feel like anybody else. Yeah. It's a blessing, yes.
I sometimes forget that I'm a PK.
Yeah.
Like it's just like I'm a PK. Yeah. Okay.
I'm at church like anybody else.
Yeah, like even when I'm at church, I don't be like, yo, that's my dad, or you know,
never. I never feel like that.
Like that, guys.
Yeah, because I feel like when we're at church, we are sharing our parents' love.
Like,
we have. I see them as our spiritual parents, not our parents. Yes. So yeah. So guys, that's it. That's it, right?
Yeah,
that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video.
Please give it a thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to turn on your notification buttons or bells so that whenever we post a new video, you are the first one to get notified.
Yes, guys, subscribing is free.
Guys.
You don't even have to pay.
You just press that.
You just go that
and you're done. It does not cost you money. It does not. Guys,
please like, please subscribe. We really need the subscribe. Yes, whatever it is.
And even guys liking, like you just do, and you're done. Like guys, please, like please, we really need your support.
Yes. Yeah. Love you guys.
Love you, and we'll see you guys on our next video. Bye.
Bye.